Neuromarketing, a journey into the depths of the human mind. Carl Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." Perhaps this is why neuromarketing is not just another marketing technique. It is a journey into the human subconscious. The core aim of marketing has always remained the same: to understand people, to connect with them, and ultimately to influence their decisions. But along this journey, merely listening to what people say has often proven insufficient. Because in truth, people don't always know why they make the choices they do. This is where neuroscience steps in. Neuromarketing is the science of understanding how our brains respond when we see an advertisement, interact with a product, or hear a brand's name. Researchers in this field use advanced tools like eye-tracking technologies, EEG machines that monitor brain waves, and even fMRI scans that visualize brain activity. The goal is to measure consumers' reactions at a subconscious level. After all, people can't always articulate how a particular ad made them feel or why they prefer one brand over another. But the brain never lies. Neuromarketing uncovers the hidden reactions that guide our decisions. Let's consider a famous example: the Pepsi challenge. In this blind taste test, participants consistently said they preferred Pepsi over Coca-Cola. However, when the brands were revealed, many participants switched their preference back to Coca-Cola. Why? Because Coca-Cola's brand image, the logo, the colors, the nostalgic commercials, triggers different areas of the brain associated with emotions and rewards. Later, this experiment was repeated with fMRI scans, and the results were revealing. When participants knew they were drinking Coca-Cola, regions of the brain tied to emotional processing lit up. In other words, their subconscious memories and emotions overpowered the raw sensory experience of taste. What does this tell us? Brands don't just compete on product quality. They compete for emotional real estate in our minds. Neuromarketing helps us understand how these emotional connections are formed and how they influence buying decisions. Here's another powerful example: the infamous Super Bowl commercials. Brands spend millions for just a few seconds of airtime during this event. But the success of these ads isn't simply measured by views or likes. Neuromarketing research shows that the most memorable commercials are the ones that trigger emotional spikes, whether it's laughter, surprise, nostalgia, or even tears. These emotional triggers are etched into the brain. Later, when consumers see that brand in a store or online, their brain recalls that emotional imprint, subtly guiding their choice. But neuromarketing isn't about manipulating people. It's about understanding them better. When used ethically, it empowers brands to create more meaningful experiences and deliver messages that resonate deeply. For instance, by studying how users visually engage with a website, marketers can design more intuitive and satisfying digital experiences. Or by analyzing how colors and shapes on product packaging stimulate certain areas of the brain, brands can create designs that capture attention and evoke the right feelings. Think about how sound and scent influence your behavior. Ever notice the calming background music in a spa or the inviting aroma of fresh coffee in a cafe? These sensory cues create experiences that your brain doesn't forget. Neuromarketing helps quantify the impact of these sensory elements, ensuring that brands can optimize every touch point of their customer journey. And here's the fascinating part: the brain is not static. It is a dynamic, ever-evolving organ that reshapes itself with every experience. This means neuromarketing, too, is constantly evolving. As new technologies emerge, we dive even deeper into understanding the human mind. Perhaps in the near future, we'll be able to measure not just what an advertisement says, but exactly how it makes someone feel and which brain chemicals are activated in real time. In conclusion, neuromarketing is more than just a marketing strategy. It's a window into the human soul, a way to understand emotions, motivations, and decision-making processes at a profound level. When used thoughtfully, it allows brands to build deeper, more genuine connections with their audiences. As Jung reminds us, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life. Neuromarketing is our tool to bring the unconscious into the light. This is Markicon. Like the story? Hit the heart and follow for more. More hats, more stories. Many hats, always on.